Okay, for years, business treated data as liability, a cost to manage storage. But innovative companies like Uber, Airbnb, and Netflix flip the script around. They realize that data isn't just something to archive, it's an engine powering the business growth. These companies use data not just to understand their customer, but to predict behavior, optimize operations, and create entirely new revenue stream. Hello and welcome to my first video in our series on leveraging data as a competitive advantage. I'm Raza, a data strategist, over 20 years of global experience. I've worked with Fortune 500 companies and government organizations around the world, helping them tap into the real power of data. I've had the chance to immerse myself with diverse cultures, specifically across Europe and UK. I've helped transform operations of two biggest banks in Southeast Asia as well. Right now, I'm based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where I'm leading the strategy and architecture for smart city initiatives. I'm super excited to share the insights, lessons, and stories from the world of data with you all. So today, we'll dive into what top companies know about data strategy that others don't, and how can we apply these insights to transform your businesses. Okay, so I really wanted to get started with this example of real world company that basically has leverage data to its competitive edge. And what did they do that we did not, or any other company did not? So this company, initially being a hardware selling company, streaming devices, and so on and so forth, known Roku, transformed itself as a data powerhouse by leveraging viewers' data insights for target advertising. This pivot turned them into a 45 billion company. Just imagine 45 billion company, wherein despite of having a lower revenue in their mainstream business, selling the hardware devices or streaming devices, basically, right, compared to any of the competitors. So the lesson that we learn from this whole example, real world example, is data strategy isn't about selling the data. It's about creating value through insights. Okay, so how do you assess where your company stands in this data strategy journey? Great. Let me give you a 5P model to evaluate your data maturity level. P first stands for prospect. Second is potential, third is progress, fourth is powered, and fifth is pro-built. So let me explain you what these each P stands and what does it mean by, and where does all the companies that I've experienced are residing at the moment, the majority of the one. Right, so the majority of one is on the level 1, which is prospects. You have data but lack the clarity on these use cases. Right? So if you look at it, if you look around your company, you might actually notice around your competitors that they have the data. There's a lot of data, but they did not identify the use cases. And this is my humble opinion that is where I've seen people standing there at the moment. The second stage is potential stage, where you have identified the use cases, which is amazing. Trust me, this makes me excited about it. You've identified the use cases of your data and begin exploring the insights. So leveraging the data, just started with it. Okay. The progress stage, you're generating actionable insights. So the data and then the actionable insights out of that. That is basically giving a boost to your business and seeing early results. Right. This power stage is where your organization has built a robust data platform, enabling democratized access to any and everyone within your organization. An amazing stage to be on. The fifth one being pro-built, where you have achieved the data flywheel effect, what I call it as, where insights drive customer engagement, and the customer engagement generating even more valuable data, and that valuable data again goes into the whole cycle, and that's what every company dreams to be about. Hope you get hold of this 5P model. And if you want to leverage and assess your maturity level of data strategy, I'm going to leave the link below in the description. Go and check it out. It's a full document giveaway of how these each stages are going to work and how you get basically going to assess to your maturity level. Okay, not just that 5P model of assessment that helps data companies or data-driven companies assess their data strategy. But in my opinion, the successful data-driven companies approach data strategy through two key perspectives. First one being outside in perspectives. Now, what is this? Start with your customer need. What insights do they crave for? What insights do your customer want? What decisions can you or your data help to make this possible? The other being inside out perspective. Look at your existing data sets. What benchmark or trend can you surface that add value to your target audience? Great. To recap, top companies treat data as strategy assets, not just something to manage, but to something leverage for growth. By applying frameworks like 5P model and focusing on value creation, you can turn your data into a competitive advantage. Now, here's the catch. If you're ready to take your organization's data strategy to the next level, I would highly recommend you download my 5P free assessment, self-assessment checklist from the link that I'm going to leave in the description below. And if you want, you can book a free strategy call with me as well. Finally, thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more actionable insights on building winning data strategy. So see you next week. Thank you.